Welcome everyone. In this video I will review the E3 WeakSpots and armor profile. With that said, let's get started with the front of the tank. In the lower plate here we have ammo compartment. This thing goes for the E4 as well, which means if you pan through here you will most likely ammo the tank. The driver of this tank is in the left cupola here, the commander in the middle cupola, and the gunner is here below this rangefinder. Loader we have on here on the left side one loader and the other loader is on the other side. So the gunner obviously from the side you can eliminate them because from the front is just hard to pen. It's just not possible to pen here and here. But if you shoot HE ammunition in the cupola, you have really high chances to eliminate the commander if you shoot HE here. Other than that, let's go now to the left side of this tank. As I said here, we have the gunner, behind him we have the loader, and the commander is here in the cupola. In the hull we have ammo compartment in the midsection of the tank from the mid to the front here. It's ammo compartment. At the back we have the fuel tank storage here. Let's go now to the rear side of this tank. From the rear, from behind, you can eliminate the commander if you shoot here. Below the cupola, here we have the engine and the engine bay. Let's go now to the other side of this tank. Here, as I said, we have the driver, behind him the loader, commander. In the hull we have the same configuration with ammo compartment here, here, and even to the front, and at the back fuel tank storage with the engine. So let's go now and check the armor of this tank. So the E3 is really strong from the front, and the only weak spot is in the lower plate, which is a small bar here, around 245 millimeters of armor protection here. Other than that, upper plate is just not penetrable. Cupola is not a weak spot, not really a weak spot. It has around 325 millimeters of armor protection here, so it is not really easy to ban. Other than that, the let's switch now to heat emission. I have a 340 millimeters of heat penetration value from the object 279E. As you can see now, the lower plate is more wider and more green. 200 because of the heat angling. We have here 251 millimeters of armor protection increase. The value has increased. So the weak spot, the cupola actually can be penetrated if you are lucky. The lower side of the cupola only 345, as you can see. So yeah, you need plus 25 RNG, plus 75% on your heat ammunition to have higher pen and to pen. Other than that, it is not really possible, but the top of the tank is overmatchable. If the E3 is somehow is tilted in the front and he is elevating the back of the tank for some reason, you can overmatch but only with heat ammunition you can overmatch the top of the tank. You have big chances. Other than that, let's go close to the gun mantlet we have here. The gun mantlet actually here it has around 325 millimeters of armor protection. Upper side 300, upper side 344, but the other side 324. So close to the gun, it's actually possible to pan. Let's switch to visual to see better. As you can see, close to the gun mantlet to the left, 325 around this at this small section. Other side 318, as you can see, 318 here. The upper side not, 340 lower side not. So it's possible to pan here. Other weak spot here we have the in the headlight of this tank, the black headlight. If you shoot here, you have chances to pan as you can see, the inner side of the gun mantlet. So yeah, it is really tricky to pan, but you can pan this. But yeah, let's go to the left side, switch back to AP ammunition. Let's go to the left side of this tank. In the upper structure, he has around 150-160 millimeters of armor protection. In the hull, 176-47. So it's really sensible to the HE shells here. 127-76, engine bay 76. The rear side of this tank, around 40 millimeters of armor, 38, here 75. Other side, same goes here. The cupola is actually even strong from the side, but the upper structure 160 here and 195, 48, 78. Here the front of the gun mantlet, the structure is really strong. The E3 is a really strong tank. And yeah, as you can see, you can side scrape, you can bait the enemy. Let's switch to heat. Even against heat emission, because how well angled, well shaped the hull of this tank, you can do some side scraping position just to bait the enemy to shoot. After that, you can punish them. So other than that, there is basically no weak spot on this tank. But yeah, so let's make a recapitulation. Here we have the weak spot in the gun mantlet close, 325 here, 325 here. That's it. If you have luck, you can pan in the headlight here, 185, but you can have to say like this face to face against the tank. Yeah, it's really tricky shot. Maybe you will pan, maybe not. The lower side of the cupola, actually you can pan with 320, 345 millimeters of armor penetration value. It is possible. And other than that, lower plate 251, and that's it. So the E3 is really strong. Thank you guys for watching.